So, my two favorite people, episode 9. That's right, we're only on episode 9. This was one of my favorite episodes when I started watching this show. We're coming up to my favorites. I think they must have put them all on TV first, opened with the strong ones. I can't quite remember the order I watched them in, but I remember seeing this one early and being super impressed. What was your impressions?
I wrote down a bunch of funny thoughts, but I thought this was very... Well, should we do a recap first?
Yeah, I guess we can go through the recap. Well, overall, did you like it?
Yes, I
better than the last one, Businessman or whatever it's called?
Oh, yeah. So much better. And also better than the next one after this, because I don't remember that very much, even though we watched it at the same time, but I remember this.
What was that one?
The one after this.
What was it called?
Something about Finn pooping his pants.
Oh, Memories of Boom Boom Mountain.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let's start with this. Okay, yeah, let's do, we'll start with the walkthrough.
So this was, Jake is in a predicament. He wants to hang out with his girlfriend, Princess Raincorn.
She's not a princess. Oh. She's Lady Raincorn.
Lady Raincorn. Who is she a lady to?
I think she's just a lady. She's just a girl.
Lady Raincorn. But he also wants to hang out with Finn. And every time, he hangs out with Princess Raincorn, Lady Raincorn, he has FOMO. He's like, Finn is doing some cool things. And every time he's hanging out with Finn, he feels FOMO? No, maybe he doesn't feel FOMO.
Well, I think he feels bad because
yes.
Lady Raincorn is waiting
for him.
He's supposed to he's ditching her.
Yeah. So this one was funny because it very much felt like a high school boy drama.
I feel like this is just dating drama.
No. But Kyle...
You didn't feel this as a girl?
No. One, no. But two, I feel like boys grow out of this.
Just pick the girlfriends? And they're they ditch their guys and they just pick girlfriends.
No, I think we just find better balance. And I think then we don't feel this way anymore. I mean, do you feel this way still?
Well, yeah, I guess.
You want to hang out with me?
That's true.
When I want to hang out, you feel FOMO because your guy friends are doing something?
Well, I think when we're in a long-term relationship, though, I always know that there's more time to hang out.
Yes.
But if you were doing something really good and my friends were also doing something really cool, that would be a hard choice.
This just feels very specific, not even high school. I feel like in high school, the people just want to hang out with their partners all the time because everyone's horny. I feel like this is a very middle school problem.
Okay,
when people were just
I had this problem in college. I feel like this is dating.
But that's because you're a late bloomer.
It's dating when you're hanging out with guys. You've got your friends and you've got a girlfriend and you're how do I?
Problem when people start.
You were dating in middle school?
No, but some people, I wasn't for sure. I was a giant nerd.
Are you getting this just from books or something?
No, Kyle. I'm getting this from when people were just figuring out we have love interests. We spend time with them, but then my friends are playing tag or video games. And I want to be doing that too.
Well, I definitely felt this in college. I strongly remember being oh man, I wish I could combine these two worlds. I really like hanging out with this girl, but I really like hanging out with my guys.
I never felt that way.
She just came and hung out with all of us?
Oh my
gosh. That was the ideal. This is super relatable.
I know. And I know why. As soon as we started watching, I was I know why Kyle likes this. It's not relatable for me.
This was my life.
But I really enjoyed watching it. It was fun.
Okay, yeah. Even the starting thing, where Finn is fighting Science Cat and Sword Shark or something like that.
Yeah.
It was so fun. My friends did that all the time. That's basically what hanging out with your boys. That's what it's like.
Okay.
Okay, so he chooses Lady Raincorn and...
he chooses Lady Raincorn, but he arrives late and then she has to leave. I really like Lady Raincorn.
Why?
I just love her. I love that she speaks Korean. And I love her gentle presence.
She
Yeah.
definitely has a gentle presence.
But then she can also be like really nerdy and like, you know, like one with the boys, you know?
Well, she like steps up. She
Yeah.
saves Finn from the mermaids.
But she also, like, Finn and her start getting along. So then Jake's great idea is, why don't they all hang out together? So that's what happens. But then what happens is that Finn and Lady Rainicorn get along so well together that they become really, like, BFFs. And then Jake gets jealous.
Right. So before that happens, it's like one of my favorite moments or like a line that really lives in my head, which is when he tells a joke to him. And he's like, let's tell jokes, which is a funny thing to do. Like with like a bunch of new friends together. It's like, does anyone know any jokes?
He's trying to get them to like get to know each other. So he's like, Finn's really funny. Tell a joke,
is that
Finn.
what he says?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Finn tells
a joke.
A knock-knock joke about diarrhea.
Yes.
And
but Lady Rainicorn only speaks Korean, so like they can't really communicate with each other.
Finn's like, what did she say? Did she say diarrhea who? And it's just so quiet. It's like, no, she didn't. Yeah. I don't know what she said, but it was not diarrhea who.
Yes. Oh yeah, I skipped a whole bunch of things, and then Jake gets the idea of like getting a little translation device that's in the bottom of a lake. So they go and get the translation device, and they battle some little tiny sharks.
And it's in the bottom of the lake because he put it there,
yes.
which is also, like, I think a really funny comedic note.
Yes.
That maybe got overlooked.
Yes. And then, but the funny thing about this device is that it translates into English, but there's only 3 dials, so you can only have 3 choices of what the voice that comes out sounds like. It's like old man, alien,
and nightmare.
And nightmare. And so they choose old man because it's the least weird. So Lady Rainicorn then sounds like an old man, which I really liked.
It's a very funny voice.
I thought that was so funny.
And there's so many funny comedic moments that like I've quoted a million times. I love when they're like cycling through the different voices and it goes back to the old man and she's in the middle of a story.
Yes.
And the line that it's on is like, and that's when we stole all the peaches. Like it sounds like the boringest story ever. It's such a fun, you should have been there, so fun. Like it's a super funny story.
Yeah.
And a funny voice.
I like that she's just so cheerful and just like very present and just like la la la, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So then as soon as Finn and Lady Rainicorn can start understanding each other, they became best of buds, which is really fun.
Also, one other line I'd like to say is when they're about to fly away, and Finn's like, I can ride on you? And she's like, jump on and wrap your legs around me. It's a funny line.
Why?
I don't know, it's funny to have an old man say that.
Oh, I see.
Funny sort of sexual thing.
Oh, okay.
It's funny. It's a funny line.
I didn't catch
Anyway,
that.
so yeah, they become very good friends.
Yeah, and then Jake gets a little jealous.
Oh yeah, he gets very jealous. He does his little humph, humph, humph.
Yes.
Sort of the classic moody
I kind of forget how it ends though.
So then Finn and Lady Rainicorn go off and they go to a party.
Yes.
And this is the best part. And then so Jake's trying to track them down, and he finds them back at Lady Rainicorn's place where they hang out, turning things colors, which is what they do.
Yes.
And he's like, okay, now I need to up my game and make her jealous.
Yes.
Which is also very high school. So he goes through his extensive amount of people in his cell phone, which are all dudes. Mike, Jerry, Chad.
Oh, yes, that's funny. That was such a funny joke.
Like 20 guy names. And then he finally gets to, do you remember who he ends up calling?
No.
Tiffany.
Oh, right, Tiffany. Oh, my gosh, yeah. Tiffany was lame. Tiffany was so lame.
So who'd Tiffany turn out to be?
This, like, dude that was trying to be Finn.
He's trying to be Finn's best friend, or yeah, Jake's best friend.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, is he's making both of them jealous, because at first Lady Rainicorn is jealous, and Finn's like, you're making her jealous, dude. And he's like, well, I'm trying to make both you jealous. And he's like, why'd I be jealous of her? He's like, because Tiffany is actually a boy. And then Tiffany has like this whole plan. His plan is to be Jake's best friend.
Yes. I didn't like Tiffany.
And then they start fighting immediately.
Yes.
Again, showing that Finn is a real hothead. And they fight, and while they're fighting, Jake and Lady Rainicorn make up. Mm-hmm. And then Tiffany runs off, and he vows revenge. He's like, I will become Jake's best friend. And he does a really weird little animation as he freaks out, and then that was kind of the end. And then they throw away the translator.
Yes. Does he come back?
Tiffany?
Yeah.
You have to wait and see.
Oh.
And then they realize that they can be friends, and that's totally fine, but maybe it's okay to just have a little bit of balance. I think that was the ending.
Mm-hmm. That was a lesson.
This one actually, so yeah, let's talk lessons.
Wait, I had some funny things, though, in the episode that I noted down.
Okay.
For example, why does Jake ride a bicycle?
I don't know. I also don't remember if he rides a bike at all any other times, although I haven't watched this for 20 years. So
I thought it was very funny that he rode a bicycle, because why does Jake
15 years.
need to ride a bike?
He doesn't. He could just become giant and walk super fast.
Exactly. Or he can fly. He can do anything. He could become a bicycle.
Maybe
but
he likes bicycles.
it just was really cute with Jake riding a bicycle. I almost want that on a poster. I thought that was so
Jake riding
funny.
a bicycle.
Yeah. I thought that was so funny. Make that into a sticker.
I only have stickers of him as an adult, so yeah, I could definitely do that.
Yes.
Okay, what's next?
I
Shelby the worm?
also was surprised. Was this hinted anywhere before that Lady Rainicorn and Jake were dating?
Well, they flirted in the pilot.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't know.
It was just like he came as like they're dating? Jake has a girlfriend? But it makes sense. Jake is 28.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 28.
Yeah. But it's funny that he has a middle school problem. FOMO.
This is a real problem. I think everyone has this problem.
It's a middle school problem. Okay.
What's next?
Oh, yeah. Okay. The only line I have here is, who's Shelby? And it took me a second to figure out. Shelby was a little worm that lives in Jake's basket.
He lives in his viola.
Yes. I loved Shelby.
Shelby, I like, he comes
Does Shelby
out.
comes back? Does Shelby
Occasionally,
come back?
yeah, he does. I like his voice.
Yes.
I like how he comes out and he's just like, hey, what's up? He's kind of just like a little emotionally sort of present creature.
Yeah, I really liked Shelby. But I was like, who's Shelby? Where did Shelby come from?
But Shelby's also like a funny character because he comes out and he's like, what's happening? And he's like, oh, not much. He's like, oh, okay, sounds good. Like, starts just leaving. And then there's more to it, obviously.
And then it was also very surprising that Jake could speak Korean. And Jake did speak Korean.
He's 28.
Well, it makes sense that
Probably learned it for her.
Yes, but it was just surprising. I just thought they maybe just didn't communicate, like, verbally. Like, she would talk to him in Korean, he would talk, but they weren't, like, actually talking. Yeah.
Do you think she can understand English?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I think Lady Rainicorn's very smart.
Except she can't speak English.
But, like, I don't know why she's hanging out with Jake. Oh, yeah, that was the big thing for me, is that, like, Jake's always late, and, like, I don't know.
Well, he was never late before. This is the first time fighting Science Cat and Sword Shark.
Jake is okay.
He's always on time.
But, like, he's not a catch.
But he's not that responsible.
That's why I think he's not a catch.
What do you mean he's a magic? He can do so much stuff.
Yeah, but he's not a catch.
Well, and he's fun.
I feel like Lady Rainicorn needs someone better.
Like who?
Like someone a bit more, like, sexy and cool. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing that I would counter with. So she hangs out with Princess Bubblegum, right?
Yes.
Princess Bubblegum is all about science and being serious.
Yes.
She's like not that fun.
Oh, she's not? But she throws parties all the time.
Yeah, but I think that's because she's trying to be fun. I think in her essence, she's like not that fun. She's a little too cerebral, which I definitely relate to. I think because Lady Rainicorn is around someone who's just like always kind of in their head and very serious, I feel like when she's at home and on her own time, she wants to have someone who just is able to have fun and not be serious.
Just like point at things and change them into different colors.
And just laugh about that.
Yeah.
She's just looking for like someone fun that she can enjoy life with.
Yeah, maybe.
I think they're the perfect group.
I don't know.
I think they're the perfect couple.
I didn't sense the chemistry there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a good question. I've actually never thought of that. I just accepted it.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, no, it was like, I really like Lady Rainicorn, so I think she deserves someone a little better.
Okay, well, we'll see. Maybe there's no one better.
Yeah, maybe.
Ice King.
No.
Okay, who's next? What's next?
And then the last thing I wrote is they do a trust pound. Trust pound.
Trust Pound.
That hasn't come up before.
I feel like they kind of do a different one in every episode in the first season.
Well, like, okay, so one thing that I was thinking about the other day is that I think when people hear about Adventure Time, they hear all these catchphrases like mathematical, algebraical.
Okay, so at least two.
But that only happened once. That
Yeah,
doesn't-
they don't say it a
have
ton.
catchphrases.
No, they don't. They say
And I thought they would because everyone quotes that.
Yeah,
And they
well,
like
they
make
kind of
stickers
use.
and
They use that in like the early ones. It comes back.
Oh.
We've only watched 10 episodes.
Okay.
Like we've hardly watched an hour of this. We've watched one movie worth.
Okay.
So
That's true.
it does come back
So is
more.
like Trust Pound gonna come back?
No, I don't think that one comes back.
Oh
I
man.
think they're kind of like trying out stuff.
Testing it out, yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's talk lesson of this one because this first season still has lessons. This one is probably the strongest lesson of all.
To have balance between your friends and your girlfriend.
Yeah, sometimes your girlfriend and your friend shouldn't hang out.
Yeah.
Don't make your girlfriend jealous by hanging out with Tiffany.
Yeah.
Maybe do.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe there isn't a lesson.
But like they got along so well. I love that Jake and Lady Rainicorn, or Finn and Lady Rainicorn, got along so well.
Yeah.
I loved that. I thought that was so fun. They really bonded.
Yeah, it was nice.
And I like that Lady Rainicorn was like, I felt like Finn and her had more chemistry than Jake.
But she's not romantically interested in Finn.
Is she romantically interested in Jake?
They're dating.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't see it yet. Whereas you really saw their friendship blossom. Maybe it's like I just need like a backstory.
I guess we got to see
What
more
do they
of them
What do they
together.
call those? Meet cutes. I need a meet cute.
Got to see the meet cute?
Yeah.
I think we actually did see that in the pilot. And we figured out they both play viola.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
Do you have an impression from this episode?
I loved it.
No, like you were going to do an impression.
Oh. No.
Not any character? Can you do Lady Rainicorn?
No. I don't want to do the Lady Rainicorn.
Not at all?
No.
I can do a little bit.
The old man voice.
안녕하세요.
That's nice.
I can also do the old man voice. I already did it though. Hey Jake, you can catch up later. I love you. I can't wait to see you later. Can you do the old man voice?
No, I don't want to do it.
Can you give it a shot?
Hey Jake.
Okay, beautiful work. I don't think I have a game for this one. Is this hasn't ever happened to you? Where you had to like hang out with friends and a boyfriend?
No.
That's why you don't relate. Okay, well I think we can. This one, what do you think? Rating out of 10 out of 10. 10 Rainicorns. What's the rating?
10 Rainicorns.
Whoa!
Yes.
That's huge.
Yeah.
We have our first 10 Rainicorns.
Yeah.